Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome back, welcome back. I want to start off by saying thank you so much for 500. Fantastic, fantastic. I'm just waiting for the watched hours to get there. We're really close. I think another 100 watched hours, and then I'll be able to start a fan club. Oh, that's gonna be so exciting. You can do super chats, all that stuff. I've never done that before, so we'll see. I just want to say thank you so much for that. Thank you. I enjoy making these videos, and it's a lot of fun. Let's see. The other thing is, I now have a cat. Hey, Bim. His name's Bim. He's a rescue cat. He's 5. There's gonna jump. There you go. Bye. Cool. I can have my desk back. I was just sitting here doing some stuff, and he came over and he laid down on my keyboard and pushed it out of the way. I was like, okay, now you got to pet me for a little while. So. Yeah, so if you hear some stuff in the background, some purring and noises, that'll be our cat. Like I say, he's a rescue. Picked him up, and that was it. Instead of getting a new cat, we decided to save the life of an older cat. So the next update I am working on is logs. Logs. So you're gonna be logs to the mill, and then we're gonna do lumber from the mill to the warehouse. Lumber and building materials. I'll do a couple of things because we're gonna have a truck and the trailer also. Where's the mill? The warehouse is back over here. So it just kind of breaks it up a little bit, right? So you'll come through here. This I'll have to backfill that a little bit, right? A little bit of a bridge, and then I'm thinking this here is gonna be the loading area for the trucks is gonna be here. Actually, it looks like it's up here. So I have to fill this in with terrain. So that's basically what I've been up to between that and everything else. Life kind of gets a little busy sometimes. And so I better look at that before I just upload that. So sometimes I just kind of, I lose track. I'm all over the place, I guess. Probably have like ADHD a little bit. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm just all over the place, as you can tell. I start a project. Sometimes I'll finish it. Sometimes I won't. So anyways, the next part, this is the next part to all of this. So what do I call this? I don't know, a dev stream. I really just wanted to say thank you so much to all the subscribers. You guys are fantastic and awesome. And I'm going to just keep putting up videos. So thank you for watching. And enjoy. Let's see. I wish. Can we make this flat? It's so hard with this. It's so hard. Terrain editing stuff sucks. You get your flat down to the lowest setting, and it's so hard to smooth it out. All right, maybe that's the ticket right there. All right, let me just go flatten. No, maybe this way. That's the ticket. No, definitely not. Oh my goodness. It is hard, I will say, to work with. I think, like, it's so dumb. If I had a tablet or something with the stylus, it wouldn't be too bad. But sometimes just to get the terrain like nice, like look at how much, All right, so anyways, this is where the trucks are gonna come through. Let's see if I make that wider and I smooth it out. Not having the idealist effects here. Alright, anyways. Whatever. Let's get some road going. Yeah, so from here, basically, we should be able to launch, and then let's see, let's take this to dirt road, and we don't want. All right. View, explore, this and this. What do we want here? P3. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just thank you so much for all the thank you so much. The comments are fantastic. The suggestions of what to do. I hope also that you guys are learning. Guys and gals are learning. I know it can be a little confusing sometimes. People think, it's just Roblox. And then you download Studio and you're like, okay, I want to make a game because it's just Roblox. And, you know, it's the, like say, the most common comment. My kid plays that or whatever. It's true, yeah. You know, Roblox is for kids. But, I mean, to actually make a game, it does take a little bit. It takes a little bit more. It takes a little bit more. So, I hope you all are learning and having fun. What's going on here? There we go. Oh boy. Alright, there we go. That is awful. Let's get this down to here. And this. Ooh, that. The truck will be able to climb up this, and so will the machine. So if we kind of bury it, the trucks can get over this hump, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they can. We'll test it out here. So then we'll get a road from here. Come over here. Like that. Yeah, so the cat's name is Bim. They asked me if I wanted to change it, and I said no. I guess his owners, I don't know what happened to him, but he's got a chip in his ear, and his owners never came to pick him up. He's only 5 years old, so he'd been in the shelter for a long time. They're having troubles because he kind of, he's like me. He's kind of grumpy. So I said, he's going to be perfect. He's a little bit grumpy. He'll be perfect. So he and I get along real well. Yeah, we get along real well. All right, it's a little rough, but what I do is we're gonna bring in a tractor here, and that's gonna kind of be the next part here. Be a heavy equipment move. And this can just come up here. And this can come over here. Yeah, so he's still settling. Hey, bud, he's still settling in. He's alright, but he's just kind of... He's got long hair. So he's if you have cats and you know long-haired cats, it can be hard to take care of. So when he was in the shelter, he wasn't being groomed very well. He's got all these little knots all around his neck and that, so I'm having to brush him out. He likes it in like spurts, right? In spurts, a little bit. All right. Okay, that's good. And then the trucks can load and turn around in there. I think that is going to work. I guess we can test it out. I don't know where I'm spawning in. I sort of have things kind of mixed up right now just because I've been working on the mill. But anyways, you're going to bring logs. You're going to bring logs around here. You can use the crane to unload your truck. And the logging truck doesn't work, so I'll have to take... let's take this one. Do I own it? Do I own it? No, really. Let's take the pickup truck. If the pickup truck can make it, the bigger trucks can easily make it. And then I gotta put road signs around, right? Still, there's no road signs. Right, so I was gonna say I am advertising the game, and I'm seeing that I'm advertising it for console players, PC players, and for tablet players. And I'm getting a lot of tablet players that are joining. And I put a disclaimer there saying that it's not optimized for the tablet, and it's not. Obviously, where the UIs are, I'm sure if you join with a phone, your movement button is here, and is here, and here. This is where your thumb positions are. So all this is kind of right where your thumb position is. So I know it's not ideal if you're doing that. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I don't know. People happen to see this and then it's open to the tablet because my last game, Blue Truck and City, I had a lot of people that really enjoyed playing it, and they would say, hey, you know, I have a computer and I want my sister to play with me, and but she only has a tablet, so can you open it up for the tablet? And so that's why I do that. Just like if you have a friend who wants to play, but you know, you're gonna drive around and he's gonna sort of be like your sidekick. Oh, uh-oh. I should probably fix that, actually. I should probably fix that. So one mission might be to repair this. Alright, it should be all anchored. Ooh, it's not. Alright, there we go, anchored. Oh, we gotta do that again? Oh, boy. The truck made it that far, though. That was pretty good. Yeah, so it's not a big... I know that it's not a big map. I'm sure maybe some players were also expecting a bigger map, but here's the thing. This is just going to be the beginning. What I have is I have some portals that I'm going to be placing down, which are going to teleport you to other experiences, which are going to be tied to... What's going on? Oh, data store, whatever. I don't care about that. Roblox, that's a Roblox thing. So I'm gonna have other versions come out, not other versions, but other areas which will be bigger. Maybe I'll have one portal that will take you to a city setting, and then I'll have one portal that'll take you to another setting, you know, something like that. So future stuff, right? But in my experience, you could play games that you make for the PC sometimes aren't always compatible with console. So I didn't want to make a map that was too large and all that kind of stuff. I just wanted to make sure that, you know, the average player could play. Depending on your graphics mode and all that sort of stuff. Alright, so we're back. The bridge should be up. Whoa. Oh yeah, there we go. Now I don't know if this truck can make it over. Oh, it can. It can just barely make it up that hump. Alright. Oh yeah, there we go. If this truck can make it, everything else can make it. Something's a little off about those trees, huh? Look like they're missing their meshes. Oh, they're not even anchored. Oh, that's why. Uh-oh. Oh, no, really? So we'll do this. Model Anchor. There we go. Done. And when you look at it, it should say anchored. Perfect. There we go. Bald trees. That's good to know. So then these are the ones that you're going to be chopping down. So basically we'll be in the, it'll have this machine here. It has a different end on it. I don't know where I put it. And you'll just grab the tree, chop it down. And then, so that's what I'm going to be working on is those animations, I guess. Just cracking soda here. Seven Up. Loves the 7-Up from time to time. Yeah. So basically that's what we got to do now. Is I got to weld this whole thing together, which is going to take a little while. And then I have to... let's see here. I wish you could just click and drag like that, and it would just highlight, you know what I mean? Would probably be quite a bit for the Roblox engineers to handle. Well, I know they can do it. We won't go there. We won't go there. We won't tackle that subject. Software engineering. We won't tackle that subject. Alright, so get rid of all this stuff. Holy, look at all the parts it took to make this bucket. So that's basically that. So what I did is I found this in the toolbox, like, you know, we usually do when you're not that good at making models like me. And then I found the tank base a tank in the toolbox. So then what I did is I just took a tank, I stripped it all down, took the tracks off, and I'm like, all right, look at that. So that's how I was able to get the tread to work in the way it does, right? And I thought, oh, you know, that's cool with that sort of animations. And then I thought, you know what? I wonder how that would look. It's probably going to function quite well over the rough terrain where you can't get a regular vehicle. Now, it doesn't handle that great over the rocks. I don't think most vehicles handle that great over the rocks, but it will drive over them. But it does handle the terrain quite well. Yeah, so I mean, in here is where you'll be picking up and loading. But what I have to do, unfortunately, is I have to take all these. Oh, is there that part too? Oh my goodness. That there, I think if I group them together and pull that out, is that whole assembly? It is not. There's still... There is still a few pieces in there. Alright, hold on, let's see. Oh, I see. Okay, so there's that one. And there's this one here. There's this one here. Is that right? What? That's that model. Is that all of it? 3 pieces. Oh boy. Oh, it's you don't even see these pieces here. Let's see. Oh man, that's tough. Just those pieces. Holy cow. Yeah, so that's what... Oh, no. There we go. So this base here, I could delete that part. And let's see here. There's like these. A lot of kind of useless parts in here. All right, perfect. Scale that to there. Oh, isn't there a... There we go. All right, so this one here, we got to weld together. Oh, I can't. I probably. Which part is that? If I get rid of that one, and if I weld, I weld you to here, and I can take you and weld you to there. There we go. Now it's all welded together. There's this perfect weld, and I could just copy the script and paste it. But you know, sometimes the game like has a glitch, and it may not weld the. You know what I mean? If it's all welded together, ready to go, then you shouldn't, our issues should just melt away. So what I need to do now is I need to separate a few things, work on the code, because as you can see, I moved the engine that was in the tank up here and all that. Look, there's so much. All this has to be welded together. Dashboard, there's so much stuff. All that, like that fuel caps, and I don't know where any of this stuff is, right? So I gotta go over that. Headlights. Don't think there's anything in there. And that's it. So that's what I need to do is I need to separate the excavator. Oh, I think I already have it separated. I just need to do that. There's the excavator, and there was basically the tank. So you have the drive seat from the tank, you have the motor from the tank, which is really cool. So I wanted to keep it. I didn't make it, and I'll find out who made it, and I'll give, because you got to give credit where credit is due, right? So I'll put a link in the description to the creator of this, which is really super cool. The way they made this, I can't believe how the tank works. You look at the constraint details. I mean, this thing is incredible. Every wheel is on a suspension. And then the rear wheel and the front wheel, these are the drive wheels. And then the tracks, okay, they're held together by attachments. It's just incredible. And then they've got there's a couple of invisible blocks here. There's the braking system, which is a piston, which it basically pushes this wheel forward, which puts force on the tracks, which makes it so the tracks don't move. And then when it pulls that backwards, the tracks move. It's just so neat that they were able to actually get this to work. So, you know, yeah. Anyways, if you ever get a chance to check out the tanks, they're incredible. For something that you can do if you have a lot of time on your hands. Absolutely. So that's what I'm going to be up to. And then we'll put an update once I get this welded together. The next update will be to test it. I know I saw a lot of people there saw me just driving. I put out the test video where I just drove it onto there. Yeah, so logging. That's what we're going to be doing. I'll go through how this process is going to work. I think we'll just be picking up the logs. So with the crane, I might as well go over the crane here, and then we'll end the video there. I've got some more snow runner coming up as well. Like I say, I've just been a little busy between this. So I started advertising this game, and in the middle of kind of doing some changes, which is something you don't do, right? Because people join and they play it and they like it, and then you change it, and then maybe they don't like it. So it happens. It happens to me. I don't know if it happens to anybody else, but it seems to happen to me quite a bit. So yeah. So then this comes out, right? Let's say your truck is loaded. I'm not too sure how I'll get that done, but I'll need to figure that out as well. So you've loaded your truck, and now you've come over here to the mill, and you want to get rid of your log. So, I mean, we just unlock the hook, right? And then I have it's two things. So the controls for the cranes, and then the controls for the hook is down here. And you're probably like, well, why would you do that? I don't know. But it has just enough length. It'll sit right here. It has just enough length to come all the way down. But as soon as it touches the log, it'll weld to that part. So that's what it'll do in the back of the truck. It'll touch a single log. It'll weld to it. Yeah, there we go. Huh. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Crane log. If you dot name logs. Really? You're gonna do that? You're gonna do that to me? Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I've been really, like I say, with the cat there, he's taking a lot of work because he was in the shelter for so long that when I got him, I'll just commit that, when I got him, he, you know, you got to be gentle and all that kind of stuff, right? You got to kind of logs. So let's just do logs here. It is logs. Crane log is not a valid. Oh, crane log. Oh. This one here, I'll use if hit dot key. I'm going to use the key on this one. Oh, I can't because then. Oh, you know what? Yeah, here we'll do this one. We'll duplicate this, and then I'm going to rename this to crane. And then we'll change that to crane, just like that, whatever. Copy that. We need to paste that into here. So why did I change it? Because if the part touches the part and it doesn't have a key in it, you get an error. Whereas if it touches the part and it doesn't have that name, it doesn't give you an error. It just doesn't do anything. So it's easier on the server because right now I'm reading the errors that I'm getting. I'm not getting many errors from the players, but I'm getting all these errors from the server, and it has to do with when you touch the basket, when you touch the concrete, if you don't have this key in there. And I've tried to wrap it by saying, you know, print wrong connection, but it won't. It just gives you an error because it says it's looking for hit.key. So if the part touches it and it doesn't have the key in it, a part that says key in it, it just gives you the error. It doesn't break the, you know. So yeah, that's kind of the way that is. So if hit.key equals, and I'll actually say crane here, because this is just, if hit.crane equals crane. There we go. All right. And then we have to do this. Right, so right now, the log is named logs. So that's what hits this block here. If logs hits it, what's this? Oh, is that the one that I'm working on? key.value. Yeah, you see, that's what I was saying. Key is not a valid member of mesh part. You see that whenever you touch this, it gives you that error. But whatever, I don't care. It's a server error, but it doesn't mean anything, right? So it won't let me wrap it into a warning. Maybe there's a way I can wrap it into a warning. I'll have to figure that out. A pcall or something. Something, just so that way it doesn't throw so many errors to the server. All right, so we'll do this one more time, and then that's going to do it for today's video. Again, I wanted to just say thank you to everybody. Thank you to the 500. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I think that's so sweet. I don't know why. You know, it's about just goals, right? You do something. I just started doing these YouTube videos just because I was playing games, and I thought, hey, you know what? Let's just record the games and see what happens. So it's nice to see, you know, other people are enjoying the videos as much as I am. So thank you so very much for that. Yeah, so then you unlock the hook, right? And then you come down here and then you tell it to come down. As you saw, it'll just touch the ground. So it's not like it's a big deal. But when it touches the logs, a log in here, it should weld, even if it's 2 logs. So we'll show you what happens here. It should anchor to there. Or weld to there, sorry. Yeah, we gotta go this way. What is going on here? Foodplant.model.part. If hit.crane is not a valid member of, that's because it hit the ground. Oh, I can't do that then. So I have to go if hit.name is logs. We can do that with the crane, actually. Then we can say that could be crane log. So I'd have to change that to crane log. And then we're using the key function, so I can get rid of that, and I can get rid of that, and we're using the key function. I thought I had it switched over. See, I have that key.value logs. I thought I had that switched over to the name, but then I thought, nah, you know what, maybe not, I guess. I've been all over the place. Every time I add a vehicle to the game, I have to edit like 7 or 8 scripts. So it's just taking a while. All right, let's try this one more time. Let's get some music going. We'll try this one more time. Let's get Monty Python music or something. Rat race music. All right. So we come out. Hopefully we don't get any more errors. So slow too, right? I should speed that up. Yes, and for those of you who enjoyed the game, thank you so much for liking it and making it your favorite. I'm working really hard on it. I know it's just a game, but I mean, you know, it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work to do something like this. I'm actually surprised. All right. So I got no hard feelings if you don't like it. All right, so it's gonna come down, and it says wrong connection. Now, why is that? Oh boy, this is starting to bother me. So when it hits, if hit.name equals logs with a capital L, and this is logs with a lowercase l, but that actually isn't going to work, because when I'm going to do the same thing with the bins. So the player is going to spawn the log in, so it'll have to say, and we can't get player from hit. So it is going to have to say if hit.key, we'll say if hit Yeah. But we'll say if hit dot. That doesn't matter. It could be key. It can be channel equals logs with the capital. So then we'd have to duplicate that. And I don't need it in here, but I just need it in there. And if I duplicate that and I name it channel. Yeah, I think so. And then, all right, that should work, hopefully. So I don't know if it starts giving me errors because it's hitting the ground. I may have to rethink this a little bit. Maybe I have to shorten the... I'll have to add a button. I'll have to add a button on here that allows you to let the rope out and let the rope in. So that way it doesn't make contact with the ground. I guess. Right? It's the testing. I gotta do this every single time. And why is that? Well, this is what the player is gonna do. So if you don't test it the way you think the player might use it, you'll never know, right? And then if the player has problems, you'll never be able to find them. You think, oh, I tested it. But how did you test it? And I'll put a little bit of a counterweight on this end and kind of... We unlock the hook. Bring it down. Now, I think you can pick it up also, which I'll have to change. So it'll start throwing errors. And that's fine, because it's looking for the log. Why is it saying wrong connection? Oh boy. What was it saying? Saying that channel is not a member of... lumbermill.model.part. What is that? It should be walking area. Did it even hit that part? No, it didn't even register that it had come into contact with the log. Oh, you know why? Probably because it's inside the model. Is that right? No, that doesn't make sense. It could, though. Let's see. Let's try this instead. Here, let's group that as a folder, its own thing. I don't know. Let's try that. I know I wanted... That doesn't kind of make any sense, though. Yeah, so this is kind of what I've been up to. Doing this kind of stuff. Playing around. It only has to touch the log. It doesn't have to touch this part here. It just has to touch this part here. But I suspect if it's getting an error... Nah, I don't know. I can't even suspect anything at this point now. Unless it has to touch the log first. Maybe that's it. So if I unlock the hook... There we go. I'll let it come down. Then it just make contact with the... See what's up. Testing. Oh, what did it say? Channel is not a valid member. I don't understand. Oh, because it's still looking for channel. Oh, man. Wrong connection, it says. Wrong connection. Hit dot channel. No. What am I saying here? Logs. If hit dot channel is equal to capital logs, then not lowercase logs, capital logs. I'd say third time's a charm, but I think we're way past 3 times already. I think at this point in time we're at several. Yeah, so I mean, this will be the next part of it. I just try to make more things for the player to play with. I know the map is a little small, but I will be putting out expansions to other maps, which are going to be just specialized in this sense, right? I got a few ideas I'm going to throw out there, so. Alright, unlock hook, and then... we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens. So I could put like, no, it's not even worth it. Here, I'll push this out of the way so that way we'll see. It'll come down and then it'll start giving errors, right? Because it's touching the ground. And then this here, wrong connection again. What's going on? Wrong connection. Oh, hit.crane log. Yeah, which is there. Okay. I wonder if I gotta rename this. No. Yeah, that's why. Because it's looking for the name, right? And it's saying wrong part because it's saying if hit.channel logs. I'm thinking, I don't really know at this point in time. It shouldn't, because it would be the same thing if hit.key, right? I don't know. At this point in time, who knows? Well, that's why I gotta keep testing it to see. I'm surprised it's giving me this much trouble. I had it working, and then I'm like, yeah, we'll put this in a video. And then I just try it in the video, and it doesn't want to work. Alright. But it was hit.name, so as soon as it touched it, it makes the connection. And then here, it's looking for the name inside what it hits. So, but for some reason, it can't seem to find it. Channel is not part. Maybe I'm not spelling it right. Yeah, wrong connection. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Oh my goodness. It has to read the value. You can't just touch it and assume. There has to be a value. I do that every time. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there you go. So if you're ever wondering why it takes me so long to do stuff, that's probably why. I forget that inside the string value, it has to have a string value dot value or number value dot value. Now, if we go down, it'll work. Ah, I should. I knock on wood. I'll knock on my head for that one. All right. Cool. Well, hopefully this works. It should. And then this will go red. So I'm trying to figure out the colors for that. It's funny because I made this and then I realized that there was the row connector in there for the rail. There we go. See, there we go. Now it does that. So now it's attached. And then we'll say hook up. It looks like it has flown away. It looks like the object has flown away. So I might have to give this a little bit of weight. So it doesn't fly away when I kick it. And now, am I going to be able to lift it up? Let's find out. Let's see what happens here. Right, so with the excavator, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and play around with cylinder constraints, because the cylinder constraints, they stretch, they gain length, and they lose length. So I want to try and use the cylinder constraints to connect to the bucket on a hinge, and I want to see if I can use that as a way to kind of imitate the cylinders that are on the arm. I'll see if I'm successful in that. That's going to be the next video, just kind of playing around with that sort of stuff. And then, like I say, I've got some snow runner coming. I'm just doing a few things here, and then we'll get that up as well. Starting a new map, so that's going to be exciting. But yeah, so this will come down. I need to see if it'll pick it up now. Oh yeah, look at that. And it has weight. So now it should lift it up. Hopefully. Slowly. I could make it can't collide false. That might be a part of it as well. Nice. So it picks it up. I should get it to stop a little bit, like at 1 or 2 meters. See, it doesn't. It'll keep trying to pull it in. So it's a little, you know. But we can come around. Let's see. Bring this in. As soon as it touches the green part, it'll disappear. And then we'll say hook down. So that needs to come down, and this hook needs to also connect with the green part because it'll have the little white part on it. So I'm just throwing that out there. I'll have that all in the instructions. Oh, maybe it did. Maybe it did get rid of it. Let's see. If I look at the crane. What is it? Workspace, lumber mill. Lumber mill. Dot crane. Dot hook handle. Dot crane. Dot crane hook. Dot handle. Yeah, perfect. Okay, yeah. See, I was looking at the rod constraint. Just checking that out. Cool. So that's how that's going to work. So you'll be able to load the vehicle with the machine. And then you'll come over here and you'll be able to unload it. This is kind of the mill. I know it's a little small, whatever, but maybe someone can help me remodel the mill and make it bigger and better and have like moving parts and stuff. And if they don't, maybe next weekend I'll make a video where we take the mill and we turn it into like, so you can go inside it and you can see it processing the log, turning it into lumber. I think that'd be pretty neat. I'll try and do stuff like that, right? That was my vision for this over here. I do have a new plan for this thing. That was just a test. I do have a new plan for that. Yeah. So anyway, so that's coming up. That's my hope. I have the machine here. This is the machine here. Let's have the arm on it. Doesn't have the arm there, whatever. Somebody sent me an arm and I couldn't unpack it, so I'll have to talk to him again and see if he can send it to me a different way. And then I need to spawn. We'll just test out. We'll just do a quick test with the machine. It doesn't. It just drives. It just drives forwards and backwards. But I'll get the arm working, and we'll be able to pivot with it. And we'll see. I could always. I might bind some controls in the arm, like up and down. Maybe I might bind to the movements of the arm. Yeah, some things are moving around. So anyways, you'll get in here somehow. And it'll drive. It'll have sounds for the engine. I know there's no sounds right now because you got to turn it on. But see, it doesn't do too bad. Over this kind of terrain, it does pretty good. And I think either down here or maybe up over here, I'll have trees. And you'll be able to come up to the trees with the machine on the arm, right? And just kind of, you'll touch the base of the tree maybe, and it'll leave like a stump in the ground or something, right? Like here, we'll go this way here. Yeah, it's pretty smooth. So yeah, this is the expansion that's coming up. And so one of the missions is going to be with the truck. You'll have this different truck, a lumber mill truck, and a trailer. And you'll get to deliver your machine here. So you buy the machine, spawn it in, put it on the truck, you drive here. And then you'll be able to spawn in the lumber truck. And you can load the lumber truck and then drive the lumber truck over to the mill, right? And then I'm going to have lumber missions from the mill over to the warehouse. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, liking and subscribing. You guys are awesome. And I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. Like I say, the next ones, I'll get into more of the coding and stuff like that. So you continue to learn and grow. Thank you so much, and I'll see you then.